All right, good morning, traders. Today is June 5th, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning is 527.10. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY and Diamond Dow still in downtrends. SPY made an inside day closing over the bullish trap and over the rising 17 EMA, while Diamond Dow made a higher high and a higher low, closing inside the bearish trap under the 17 EMA. SPY ends the day with a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. So marching orders today are green erases red over 527.10. That's an entry. Those are the marching orders. QQQ and FNGU still in uptrends. FNGU and QQQ made inside days, closing over their 17 EMAs. IWM restarts its downtrend, making a lower high and a lower low, closing below the bearish trap below the 17 EMA. Gold still in a downtrend, made a lower low and a lower high, closing under a bearish trap below the 17 EMA. SLV starts a new downtrend, making a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. USO still in a downtrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing below the bearish trap under the 17 EMA. UNG still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing over a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. Over? I'll have to take a look at that. A US dollar index still in a downtrend, pulled back to close around the 104.16 area. All right, let's go take a look at the charts. Good morning, Gilbert. All right, so here's SPY on the daily chart. This candle would be yesterday's price action. We made an inside day with a lower high and a lower low. As soon as we take out this high right there, that is 530.51. And where are we now today? 530.20 is the high for today. Okay, so 530.51, SPY puts it back into an uptrend. Yesterday was an inside day with a lower high and a higher low, closing over the the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So very bullish there. Got to get over this downtrend, and it looks like we are crossing it today. Got the gap fill up here. I was planning on getting that filled yesterday. Looks like they're going to fill it in the pre-market. So this is the downtrend line right there, that yellow line. And you can see we're in an uptrend with the 3 EMA on top of the 8 EMA. We're in a downtrend still, but we are in a daily with the cross here. It's bullish. We're over the trap. All right, so that's a 3 EMA on top of the 8 EMA. All right, let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. From yesterday, we left off with price and the 3 over the 8 EMA. That's the white line. So we have an uptrend. So price in a 2-hour uptrend for SPY yesterday. That's how we closed. On the 10-minute chart, we closed with price and the 3 over the 8 EMA, also in an uptrend. So the 2 hours in an uptrend, the 10 minutes in an uptrend. So we want examples of green erasing red over the pivot. So the pivot is going to be, what did I decide it was going to be here? I think it was 527, somewhere right in here, I believe. 527.20. 527, probably 527.10 right there. Yeah, let's move this up. 527.10. Right about there. All right. So yesterday's price action, we wanted green erasing red. So we were up over the pivot right here. We had green erasing red. Right on this green candle right here, that was an entry. And right here was an entry. That would be green erasing red. Here's red candles erased, red candles erased, had a 10-minute uptrend on top of the pivot, and here's an entry right here. You had to sit through this pullback there. On this entry right here, you didn't even have to sit. All you had to do was hold on, and you got a $2 rip right up to the downtrend line. Okay, so there's those were our entries yesterday. Green erases red. And you can see price action is above the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, indicating to me that money is being pumped into the market. So that right there. So I think there's a good chance we're heading off to 550. We'll see what happens. I think the only thing that could stop us is probably economic data and the dollars. So we'll see what happens with that. So there's SPY. Let's go back to the daily chart. Let's take a look at QQQ. All right, so QQQ on the daily chart. Okay, notice we got an inside day closing over a bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. Okay, QQQ still in an uptrend. SPY still in a downtrend. We're about 31 cents away from breaking the downtrend on SPY. QQQ never had a downtrend, still just continuing this uptrend here. So there's QQQ still in an uptrend, closing over, like I said, the bullish cross over the 17 EMA. FNGU, and let me make sure I get the right day here. Yep, right here. Another inside day, closing inside a bearish trap, but over the 17 EMA. You can see today's price action already getting the bullish cross, closing over yesterday's high. So inside day breakout to the upside. All right, so FNGU still in an uptrend. Closed the day inside the bearish trap, but over the 17 EMA. And you can see now we're already up over the bullish cross. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at IWM. It's a Russell 2000. Make sure I get the right day. Okay, right here. All right, so we've got a lower high and a lower low closing underneath a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. All right, so we came in here. We popped this high. We were in an uptrend, and in one day, we popped this low. So now we're in a downtrend. So IWM in a downtrend again. Okay, closing under the bearish trap under the 17 EMA. So there's IWM. All right, so that's kind of sad. We did not want to see that. Those will be headwinds against us for hitting 550. Not liking that at all. All right, let's take a look at our technical indicators. T2122. Even though most of the market was kind of bullish yesterday, T2122 found its way into the sell zone. All right, so yesterday's price action, we made lower highs, and from the lower highs we made lower lows. Here's the last low, and we made lower lows. So we went right through the seller's chop zone, right into the sell zone, kind of popped out a little bit, and then the bears threw us out of there, and so we were back into the sell zone. And not till the end of the day, then we had a nice little rally there. So there's T2122 camping out in the sell zone almost all day. T2123 red from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So this is the NYSE. This is the NYSE. All right. So the majority of the stocks were selling off. See that? This is all the stocks in the NYSE without them being weighted. All right. So the majority of the stocks were selling off. Just so happens that the big cap stocks and the technology stocks were in an uptrend. All right, so let's take a look at T2123 3-bar. Another three red candles right here. All right, closing in on this rising 200 on the 3-bar. I was hoping it would J-hook by now, but it's Still not ready. Maybe it has to touch this 200 SMA. Not sure what's holding it up, but from touching, from J-hooking above it, but it's not really working. So we're in a bull flag here, and now it's starting to like look more like a pullback than a bull flag. I gotta call it the way I see it. You know, first we had a bull flag, bull flag. Then we kind of gapped down, and now we just can't get back up over that gap. And now it's starting to look more like a pullback than it is a bull flag. All right, so there's T2123, and maybe that's what it has to do, is make a connection with this rising 200 to finally get some juice or some spinach to start heading back up towards the other direction. All right, so FNGU indicator, well, there's nice pre-market. All right, now you can see the rest of the stocks were falling apart, but the big cap stocks and most of the important ones in FNGU carried the market to make inside days or higher highs for the day. All right, so there's FNGU. You can see green, little red, more green, little red, more green, little red, more green, little red, and a lot of green right through here as price continues to make higher highs, closing and running away from VWAP, which is this gold line right here. So here's price for FNGU coming right back into this flat 200 SMA. Want to see them transition over it, consolidate above it. That's what I want to see. All right. I'd like to see the market turn around eventually here. Hopefully soon. We'll see what happens. Doesn't seem to want to turn around yet. All right. Not ready yet. So there's FNGU. All right. Let's go back and take a look at some other charts in the market. Start off with energy. We'll start off with USO. So here's USO. USO was in a flaky uptrend, and here we put in this red candle here that put us in a downtrend on Monday or Tuesday. Not sure which day it was. Yeah, Tuesday. No, Monday. That's Monday's candle. Put us in a downtrend, so they restarted the downtrend on Monday. And here we are on Tuesday. That'd be yesterday's price action. Lower high, lower low. Closing below the bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. Okay. USO in a downtrend. UNG. UNG still in an uptrend. All right. So UNG, yesterday's candle got a lower high and a lower low, closing below bearish trap, below 17 EMA. So UNG still in an uptrend. USO resumes or restarts its downtrend. Let's take a look at precious metals. GLD. GLD is in a downtrend because we made lower highs and a lower low. So GLD, yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. Gold now in a downtrend. And let's take a look at SLV. And SLV, see this low right here? Well, we made a lower low yesterday. All right, so that puts SLV also in a downtrend. Lower high, lower low, closing below bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. So gold and silver in a downtrend. USO in a downtrend. UNG uptrend. All right, IWM still downtrend. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, IWM still a downtrend. All right, SPY in a downtrend, but closing in on breaking that downtrend. It's about 31 cents away. All right, let's go take a look at the economic calendar and start off with the economic calendar. What do we got for today? We've got mortgage applications at 7, ADP employment report 8:15, so that's already out. PMI composite final 9:45, ISM services index 10 a.m. And usually every Wednesday 10:30 we get a petroleum status report. For tomorrow we've got international trade goods and services 8:30, jobless claims 8:30. Productivity and cost, 8:30. and 10:30 every Thursday is usually a natural gas report. So that's it right there for today and tomorrow. Nothing big happening, all right? Just a little bit of economic data. As long as it stays in line, the market should continue in the same bull flag direction that it has been. All right, so nothing really earth moving, ground shaking here happening in the economic data situation. All right, for max pain for today is 528. That should be easily hit. I think we're already up and over it. Put to call ratio, we have 1.5 puts to every call. That is bullish. Well, excuse me. That's not bullish. We could see a put squeeze. All right, so 528 is max pain. And put to call ratios 153. So that's 1.5 puts for every call. On the earnings calendar, not much is happening. All right, today's Wednesday. All right, got some familiar names here. Lululemon, Dollar Tree, gonna report this morning. Lululemon's gonna report after the close. Again, some familiar names, but nothing that's really gonna move the markets based on earnings. All right, even if Lululemon put out whopper numbers, it doesn't have enough market cap to move the market. So, but it's just one of those names that's familiar that we keep an eye on. All right, so let's take a look at Thursday. Again, Autodesk going to report when they find their P&L. Samsara, all right. Again, some familiar names, but nothing that's market moving. Friday, more familiar names, Coca-Cola Euro Pacific. Again, familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. And Monday is the big day. And then we've got Oracle's going to report when they find their P&L. That's $322 billion right there. So we can see after Oracle reports on Monday, there's nothing else noteworthy on Monday. All right. And U.S. dollar index. So here's the dollar. And I like to do that. Okay, dollar's in a downtrend because we got lower highs right here and lower lows. And we got another double top lower high. And we made a lower low. 200 period SMA is right in here. Now, it'll be interesting if they can get underneath it. We should see a really good market rally as long as CPI and FOMC don't mess it up. All right, if price, the dollar could get underneath the 200 SMA. Right now it seems to be bouncing on it. So there's US dollar index right here near the 200 SMA. Now I'm looking at these candles. These candles don't look like big whopper bouncing candles. Notice we came in hard and fast, and the bounce is not very high. That is a good sign that we could pass through the 200 SMA. And if we do that, like I said, I think SPY 550 is definitely on the table. Okay, so marching orders for today, SPY. All right, you're going to put on your 10-minute chart. That's for me. I'm going to put on my 10-minute chart. Green erases red. That's an entry to the long side. Targets for today. Okay, 530.51. That's this candle right here. So 530.51 is a target. Next target up, 531.60. Next target after that, 533.10. All right, so we'll see what happens today, but we are bullish in the market. We closed the open gap, so that's done. And we're up over the downtrend line. Like to see us hit that 530.51. That would definitely put us in uptrend status if we could get that taken care of. All right, so we got close. We got 530.29. You can see right there. That was the body of that candle. We need to take out the high, which is right about there. So we'll see what happens today. All right, I'll take questions in the room. All right, and if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and render my video. All right. Again, thank you for being here, traders. I want to thank everybody in digital land. That's YouTube, Rumble, Facebook. Appreciate that. Thank you. Everybody have a wonderful day. Let's make some money.